with a headache and blood on the brain and, loses 10, 15 IQ points. But mama takes them back in and slams them again. And then usually by the second round, they have such bad epileptic seizures that a lot of moms get smart and don't give them the third round. And it's a goodly percentage. It's a small percentage, but it's a good percentage that end up dying or having autoimmune disorders and epilepsy, narcolepsy. I know people who went and got the Gardasil, women, who now can't drive because they have narcolepsy. And then one of the women I know 2 women that have told me about this, that I've known for years. Another one now is developing epilepsy at I think 34 years old. No epilepsy in her family. It's not genetic. I know 2 talk show hosts in Austin that took the H1N1 vaccine 5 years ago, and both of them got their hands and feet totally numb. One of them, the feeling hasn't come back 5 years later. And they went to their doctor, and the doctor said, oh, yeah, you've got Guillain-Barré from the vaccine. And this talk show host, I've been on their show many times. I'm not going to even say their name. I told them not to take it, and it still happened. I ought to try to get that talk show host on and just debate him about it. Because a lot of times people, once something bad happens to them, they double down again, believing in the system. And within this whole vaccine debate is just a case point example for everything else, because we know fluoride causes massive IQ reduction, 7-fold increase in bone cancer in men and boys, increased pancreatic cancer, increased bladder cancer, bone cancer. I already mentioned that. Just literally hundreds of things. It's just absolutely, it's the worst thing you could take that doesn't kill you pretty much immediately. And there's hundreds of other chemicals that they add under the name of fluoride, and it's a fact. It's an absolute, total, incontrovertible fact. And I know all sorts of Democratic Party elites here in Austin through a family connection. And they will literally laugh at you and pour tap water and say, I love my tap water. They've done studies. It tastes better than bottled, which all those studies are completely fake. It's come out. I mean, we've gone out with real filtered water versus tap water. Almost every person wants the filtered water and says it tastes better. But it's a religious sacrament. It's a religious belief in the state. And that's what Obama and Joe Biden and John Kerry, we got to get these clips together and put them all together. And they say, believe, keep the faith, stay with us, stay with government. It's not some bad tyranny around the corner. Believe in it. It's going to deliver. Keep the faith is a Catholic saying. They are now reduced to literally saying, keep the faith, government is the religion. And for people that believe in the system and have worked in it so far, it has delivered. But it's also delivered an empty, soulless culture of dependent people, both in the governing and corporate, but also welfare class. It's created a system based on fraud and graft and connections and insider deals, not on real production. We're going to talk about the cloud coming up, that if you can hack the cloud, you can get, if it's the Apple cloud, I think they were saying just the United States, there's something like 70 million people on it. People are always saying with my iPhone, you ought to be on the cloud. You could store more photos and videos. I'm like, no. I don't want people having access to that. Oh, you don't know anything about tech. So now Kate Upton and the rest of them, and the Hunger Games lady, their naked sex pictures and stuff are reportedly, I didn't go look at it. One of my friends did. He said it's pretty wild, the Kate Upton stuff, a bunch of it. And, I mean, what did you think? You stored videos with your boyfriends and stuff that you shot on the cloud up on big, giant, basically NSA servers. And then you thought those were safe.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
In today's unstable environment, self-protection is critical. Civil unrest, riots, looting, it's happening now right here in the United States, and your rights are at risk. If passed, H.R. 5344 would ban Level 3 and above body armor. Katie Armor is standing up for you. We offer the most affordable Level 3 body armor on the market. Katie Level 3 armor withstands pistol and rifle hits up to 7.62 NATO. Get yours at katiearmor.com. That's C-A-T-I armor.com. Katie Armor. Come and take it.
Question: could too many GMO foods and toxins be overloading your digestive and immune systems? Answer: yes. If you're searching for a powerful detox that's gentle enough to use every day, use Pro-EM1 from Terraganics. Pro-EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic that uses good bacteria to suppress pathogens and gently eliminate toxins from your body. A healthy digestive system will cleanse and remove toxins, support weight loss, improve absorption of food nutrients, and aid in controlling yeast and other infections. Pro-EM1 is made with only non-GMO and certified organic ingredients, has no preservatives, and is dairy, soy, wheat, and gluten-free. Pro-EM1 is the key to your digestive health. Order Pro-EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Terraganics.com, spelled Terraganix.com, or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Also available through Amazon Prime. Pro-EM1 from Terraganics. Life's getting better.
Recent events have shown just how vulnerable we are to deadly viruses, bacteria, and fungus. These diseases are all caused by infectious pathogens that often get the upper hand on conventional medical treatments. Now more than ever, there's a great need for a product that will help protect us. Look no further. Supernatural Silver can provide immune system support to help fight off these deadly pathogens. Supernatural Silver is a new and vastly improved type of silver solution that's safe and extremely effective against 143 types of bacteria, both forms of viruses, mold, and yeast. Supernatural Silver can be taken orally or used topically and can be used in a nebulizer or vaporizer for inhalation. With over 180 scientific studies by independent universities, hospitals, and research institutions, Supernatural Silver is a powerful weapon against disease. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off your entire order. Give you and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
Come, you masters of war, you that build the big guns, you that build the death planes.
Here's what's happening.
You that build all the bombs.
Humanity has developed unbelievably powerful technologies on so many fronts that are being turned towards control, turned towards social manipulation. And according to DARPA, who invented the internet and set up the modern infrastructure we live under, within just a few years, devices are coming out where they won't store data natively. or very little, you'll be forced onto a cloud-like system. Cloud computing, headed up by Amazon, Google, and Apple, Oracle, Cisco, and others, openly admits that they're co-housing their servers with the NSA and the CIA. And that Microsoft has basically been part of the intelligence combine since its founding, along with IBM. So when I talk about hundreds of stars having their photos grabbed by a hacker who was able to break into the Apple cloud, it's a fact that these systems make us insecure, not secure. All you had to do was get into the cloud, search by their names, find their accounts, and download it. And I have nothing to hide on my cell phone. It's like photos of my children and sunsets and things like that. But if you don't turn off the function, it geolocates every photo. It tells people where you're at when you take a photo if you tweet it, if you don't go remove that function. Imagine what that does for thieves and criminals and governments. See, and it was all built just like, if you go back more than 15, 16 years ago, MIT, DARPA, the Department of Transportation, and the same thing in Europe and Asia, all standardized, would have these big meetings in London and Chicago and Sydney and Tokyo. You could go read the minutes of the public meetings about how there'll be surveillance robots on every street corner and drones and armored vehicles, and everything you do will be up on a big cloud, and they'll be able to control your speech in real time, and how all the cars would have a standardized GPS tracking to tax you and track you by the mile. And then I watched them phase it in, put the boxes in the last 5 years globally, and now they're passing regulations to make it the law to tax you by the mile. It's all happening. And I'm going to say it again, all premeditated, all decided by global governance corporate boards that are unelected. Just like the Trans-Pacific partnerships, the North American partnerships, the EU partnerships all start as trade deals, and then pretty soon they're running the countries and the countries have no power. And then what does the EU and global governance model do when it has control of you? Paul Watson did a video report on this yesterday that was very powerful that I want to get and play in the next segment. EU to ban toasters and vacuum cleaners because of, quote, global warming, and put a tax on all the others you buy at the store. Now, why would they do that? Because it's about control. If they can tell you that you can't have a vacuum cleaner, I mean, they're cutting them down where the vacuum cleaner won't even clean. They can push you back to the Stone Age. And then government districts get a load of this, they get waivers on it. It's about controlling technology at its source. It's about setting precedents that we tell you how big your toilet is, what type of light bulbs you get, how big your yard can be, how many kids you can have, how many times you can go on vacation, how much beef you can have. This is all their Plandopolis model on record from their own words, where from cradle to grave, social workers will run our lives. And it's here. And it's premeditated. And I get up here on air and say, don't let the Department of Transportation or Obama, with an executive order, start the forced taxation of cars by the mile. And people just say that doesn't exist, it'll never happen. And we'll never get Obamacare either. We'll never, ever see Obama just legalize all the illegals by fiat. Already done it. We have to wake up that we have bad people who have bad plans for us and our families in charge. I'm going to come back and just go through huge news on the Middle East. Absolutely huge. Where Al-Qaeda is basically attacking all over the world. From Pakistan to Somalia, from Egypt to Iraq, And now they're saying they're getting ready to hit Texas. We'll break it down straight ahead.
We're on the march. The